Okay, hello. My name is Lexi Barlow, and this is my final for the advertising copywriting class. So, this is the client I picked. It is Barlow's Tackle Shop. Yes, that is the family business. It was started by my grandfather over 50 years ago, and now it is run and operated by my father and his two brothers. So I have a couple of reasons why I wanted to pick the tackle shop as my client. First one being to provide a little background. I did work at the tackle shop a couple years back. I worked basically as kind of like a receptionist. I would often answer the phone. I took a lot of orders over the phone, put them into our computers. I did answer a couple questions depending on what they were about, with like fishing or, checking on the status of an order. So I kind of did a variety of things, and I really felt like during that time that I was there for about a year, I was able to get a good feel for the customers that we take care of, during the past couple years. And I feel like I have a good understanding of the trends and the consumers and what it's going to look like, in the future, moving forward. And the research that I conducted did also align up with my predictions as well. So I'll talk a little bit about the research aspect as well. Okay, so this is my creative brief. I do not expect anyone to be able to read all that text right there, so I included this slide just so you could see the entire brief all together, but my next slide is going to look at the top two parts. So, regarding the brand statement, Barlow's Tackle Shop is a family fishing and tackle business that has been open for over 50 years. Barlow's is dedicated to providing all the needed supplies to make custom lures and jigs at competitive prices. Barlow's has some of the largest inventory in the fishing business and sells a variety of different products, including rods, reels, worms, molds, jigs, and much more. So that was a lot of information. I tried to summarize it as best as I could because the thing is with the business and many tackle shops in general, they don't sell just one product. It's not just, hooks or just worms or live bait. It's normally kind of a mix. And so the tackle shop has a very healthy mix of, all the different products we sell. There are definitely some favorites. We sell a lot of paint. We also sell a lot of the do-it molds, which is probably the most popular brand for worm molds and hooks and everything. So I really just try to hit on the main things that we do sell, but there is a lot more to this list. So going on to service, we do offer rod and reel repair. There is, in general, a large inventory of baits, molds, hooks, worms, etc. And we do offer direct shipping with premium shipping options such as overnight or 2-day shipping. Then in general, there is competitive pricing and bulk discounts. This will serve as a huge attraction to the targeted audience since many companies charge more or don't offer bulk discounts. This is definitely something that the tackle shop does, especially with certain products. It's not for all of our supplies that we sell, but for things such as the plastic put on little eyes for the lures, we sell a lot of those normally in a couple thousand packs at a time. People normally buy them in large quantities, and so we do discount those, and that is a main attraction that brings customers in. But in addition to the bulk discounts that we do offer, depending on the product, all of our prices are pretty low in general. We really do try to stay pretty competitive. So that is definitely one of the bigger things that draws people in. And then, as I touched on earlier, talking about my previous job there, customer service assistance for any questions is another service provided. We have a lot of older customers who sometimes don't know the right product they're looking for, and so we answer a wide variety of different questions that could be anywhere from, trying to find the right page number in the catalog to figuring out how to tie a jig. So it really just kind of depends. But there are multiple services, and over time, and since the tackle shop opened, those services have changed. We actually used to have a little archery section in the actual store. We do not sell archery products anymore, but that was very popular back in the 90s for a while. So the target audience for this business is primarily middle-aged men. However, fishing is enjoyed by all ages and genders. Over 90% of Barlow's business is from online sales, both domestic and foreign. But the company also has a store located off Central Expressway in Richardson, Texas. Since prices are competitive, Barlow's products can be enjoyed by many. Within the past few years, Barlow's has seen an increase in younger customers since many middle and high schools are now offering fishing classes as electives or sports. So this was definitely surprising to find out. But yeah, this is, I think, one of the key parts of the presentation and the research that I've conducted. So I looked at a report that's released pretty much every year by Outdoor Foundation, and it assesses different parts of recreational activities, but it had a specific report dedicated just to fishing. And so the report was published in 2018 but had reflected on the previous 2 years, and it found that in 2017 the number of young participants in America had increased. So they had broken it up into two different age brackets, and so the first one was 6 to 12 years old. That age bracket actually doubled. Well, I don't want to say doubled. It raised in participation by 500,000 people from 2016 to 2017. And so that raised the total number of participants in that age bracket to about 7.3 million, which is roughly a quarter of the total population for the American kids. And then the second age bracket was 13 to 17 years old. This population did also increase in participation levels, not as much as the younger age group. It increased by about 200,000 participants from 2016 to 2017, increasing the overall total participation level for that bracket to about 4.3 million, which is roughly 20% of the total American teenage population. So the cool thing about that is that there has been positive growth and an increase in the younger groups participating in fishing. So that really is quite promising for the future business. And so competition, there is obviously many different competitors. This is a large industry. The main names are Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's. Those are the larger national brands. And then there's just the general small family businesses such as Jan's Netcraft or Lure Parts Online. Those two companies are very similar to Barlow's with the family style, and they have been around for a while, though I don't believe quite as long. Okay, and so this is the first ad I created. It is for Facebook. You can see right here, this is a mock post I created. And so this is an advertisement. It says, looking to build your own lures? We have the supplies for you. Visit barlowstackle.com to check out the new lure bodies and paint we have in stock. So this isn't the most flattering picture, I'd say, but in case anyone doesn't know, that is a lure body right there. That's the picture. And so really that's definitely one of the things that is emphasized, and we definitely sell a lot of those, just in general. And so really the specific product ties in with a lot of the other ones, especially with the paint and the eyes. The little plastic ones I mentioned earlier. And so we do try to advertise that because oftentimes people will usually buy the other products like those eyes and the paint if they are purchasing the lure bodies. So really we're just trying to emphasize the main product, and then normally the consumers will go ahead and purchase the other ones on their own without needing the additional push. So the second ad is my magazine one. So I really tried to keep in mind the clientele for this entire project in general, going off the idea that it's mostly older, middle-aged men. Try to keep the designs very simple and straightforward. And so for this magazine ad, it's very heavy on the visuals. I have the three middle pictures there, and then the water on the top and the bottom. It simply says, Barlow's Tackle Shop. Visit Barlow's for all your lure, rod, and worm making needs. Then it has the address, 451 North Central Expressway, and then the tagline, good fishing, great prices. So felt like this was pretty straightforward. I wanted it to have a little more content compared to the newspaper ad I created because I feel like having this in a magazine would look a lot more natural compared to having something like this in the newspaper. And so really, I'm quite happy with this. I tried to switch up these ads a little more in general amongst all of them compared to the previous writing exercises that we've done. I was pretty consistent with the pictures I used in all the different ads for the retirement center. So I wanted to switch it up a little each time. And so the ads are all going to be slightly different, but have in general the same message. And so this is the third ad. It is for Instagram. So for this specific target audience with the middle-aged men, Facebook is the more popular platform. However, Instagram is following behind. And obviously the consumers would be more interested in, Facebook and Instagram than, something like Snapchat. So I didn't create, an ad for that platform. I really wanted to focus on Facebook and Instagram because I thought that they were the ones most likely to be used by the target audience. And so this is another mock post. It has the Barlow's icon in the top left corner. It shows that this would be a sponsored video. And really the key thing that I wanted to incorporate in this specific ad was the use of a video. Paying attention to the future clientele, which is obviously younger people right now. The trend with advertisements is definitely shifting more towards short videos. They're not necessarily long ones because they'll lose the audience's attention, but just short little clips. I've noticed just as a student and media consumer myself are more on the rise. So this does not actually play, it is just a picture, but that would be a video right there. And then the caption says, "It's always fishing time. Check out our website for the newest jigs and deals. Happy fishing." All right, and so this is my fourth ad, and this is for the newspaper. So like I mentioned, this is very simplistic. It's the most straightforward ad I think I have in this entire presentation. And I really just darkened this image up and added in Barlow's Tackle Shop, helping people catch fish for over 50 years. So I wanted to kind of differ a little bit from the magazine ad that I created. Obviously that one had a lot more content, and really I just wanted this one to speak for itself in the newspaper and make it stand out more compared to all the text that I'd be surrounded by. And so this is very much just intended to show off the tackle shop's name and then provide some context as to what it does exactly. So also by including the 50 years does kind of indicate that has a little bit of history, and they've been, doing this for a while now, and so it could be a really good point of contact for getting new fishing supplies is the implication that we were going for. And so this is my last ad. So I did 2 radio ads of different lengths, and then I will play them right now. But I chose the radio ads for a few specific reasons. If you look at the links, I did upload them to SoundCloud, so I kind of did this as like a dual purpose here. SoundCloud is more of a platform used for the younger audiences, like people my age. However, these could absolutely be played on the radio in general, like, when you're in your car or something. And so that's why I included that for the targeted audience, because they'd be more likely to listen to the radio and hear this ad. But this could also serve for, something along the lines of down the road to be used on SoundCloud. And let's see here if this will play.
Are you ready to fish but missing supplies? Barlow's Tackle Shop has the largest inventory with the lowest prices to help you create your own custom baits and lures. Would you rather buy than build? No worries, Barlow's also sells pre-made baits. For more information, visit us on Facebook. Good fishing, great prices.
Okay, so that was the first ad, and then let me play the second one right here. And both the links are on the PowerPoint, but just because I'm already here in SoundCloud, I thought I'd just play it right now.
Hey Patrick, that's a nice lure. Where'd you get it?
I made it myself, thanks to Barlow's Tackle Shop. They helped me get all the parts I'd need.
I haven't heard of them before.
Barlow sells thousands of products from hooks, molds, paint, and much more to help you create the lures you want. They also sell pre-made baits if you need to pick up some last-minute supplies before you go fishing. It's a family business that's been around for over 50 years.
That's amazing. Can I stop by their shop?
Absolutely. You can stop by or visit their Facebook page for more information. Good fishing, great prices.
Okay, and so that was the second ad, courtesy to my mother for helping me create them. She was pretending to be the other gentleman in that second ad. But really, these were just meant to be, like I said before, very straightforward, simple. The second ad is definitely my favorite one because it is more conversational. However, I think the first one is something that'd be more likely to be used, for the radio or something like that. But I did enjoy both of them. It really just kind of comes down to preference and wanting one that's slightly longer and more of a conversation, or the other one that's just straight to the point. And so I think for this particular audience, obviously it wouldn't be me and my mom who are, the actual presenters in the ad. So I think that the first ad would probably be better for the radio. So this has been my final presentation. I hope that you enjoyed it, and happy fishing to everyone.